Hi, ho everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to GG Over Easy, episode 34. In today's episode, we had a rough outline, and as always, we never follow the outline.
Didn't talk about it at all.
Nope, not really. We start out by discussing, movies.
And that takes us.
Yeah, a lot of movies, takes on some of like the DC universe, movies that have been coming out recently. We talk a lot about Zack Snyder's filmography and whatnot. Then we go ahead and talk about cheating in video games. There's been some rampant cheaters in some various games. How do we feel about that? What motivates cheaters? And so much more. And then we move on to some Overwatch drama and some Patreon questions. And obviously, aside from some tangents here and there, that's about this episode. You'll like it. Most people seem to agree that they like the intro. And if people don't, they can just skip it. So it makes sense. It seems to be more useful than anything. So essentially, what you need to know is you shouldn't skip anything. You shouldn't even need an intro. You should just blindly follow us and listen to everything. Thanks.
We say.
Yeah. GG over easy.
Hello. This is me saying hello.
Yeah, not bye.
Me saying like hello.
Hello.
Like, hey. Like hi.
Come on in. Welcome back to GG Over Easy. I'm going to start this episode with Heidi Ho, so I'm not doubling up on the Heidi Ho. Instead, it's a single Heidi.
Twice next week?
I don't know.
Last week?
I keep saying like I think I don't, and then I do. I don't really know. But I know for sure I'm only going to say it once. I might even forget. So maybe there won't even be Heidi Ho's. And if that's the case, the world's just going to explode. It's the wrong timeline. But this is the brightest timeline because GG Over Easy is back for number 34. I'm pretty sure.
ESPN, one of the best channels that I was on.
And then ESPN 2's next, and ESPN The Ocho. History Channel.
We're already at 35, dude. That's pretty nuts. When is like a year? That's what, 6? How many weeks are there in a year? But we've missed some, right?
Don't ask me. Yeah, we missed a couple, but
52.
I think.
Okay, so it'd be like 54-ish.
Well, no, I it's somewhere middle or late August, I think, because we did Fruit Summit early August, and then we started uploading them after that. So I think somewhere in August will mark a year of at least when it started, and then we missed like. We've only missed three weekends?
2?
I think 3.
I think 3 weekends.
3? 2 sounds
I'd
good.
say that's not bad, especially considering with our track
the
record
circumstances.
and exactly the circumstances, given the nature of our reality.
And you upload already 9 videos a day now? You're on 9 uploads a day at this point?
We're a 9.5 star podcast. I upload 9.5 videos a day.
9.5.
I got to keep up with the stars. It's crazy.
What's the half? The Nuzlocke playthrough?
Yeah, there's second channel because they get less than half the views, I guess.
But the Nuzlocke ones are the most fun.
Yeah. We can talk about that soon. We have a couple topics here today. The thing too, though, about this life we're all currently living is things are slow. Not much is happening. The most exciting thing out of the box, I guess, that happened.
I went to my mailbox today. It was very fun. Outside is cool.
I forget what it looks like out there. How is it? Is the sky red and on fire?
It's still as bad as I remember. I don't like it.
I watched a new movie last night, and that's probably
What movie did you watch?
Sucker Punch. I've never watched that.
What is Sucker Punch?
Oh, I remember that. I remember the hype behind that movie, and then it came out, and people were like, "Man, just really had to poop on my Cheerios, dude."
I'd never seen it. I'd only heard a little bit about it, and I'm pretty sure what I remembered was it was lackluster. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. Why not? And I didn't know much about it. Certainly wasn't what I expected. And I came out going, eh. So,
is it about an MMA fighter?
No. I'm going to have to, let me find a synopsis because I don't know how to explain it.
I watched a movie last night too.
Oh, wow. What movie?
A Silent Voice, actually.
Oh, what'd you think? That's a good one.
I liked it. I didn't absolutely adore it, but I liked it. It was a good movie.
We'll take it.
I like the message. It's a good good like feel good kind
Very
of
emotional,
feels
too.
bad. Yeah, kind of all over the place.
It was like, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm indifferent,
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
sad,
I
I'm
hate
happy.
this guy.
I
Yeah,
love this
like-
guy. I don't know what to do anymore. But for those interested, locked away, a young woman named Baby Doll retreats to a fantasy world where she is free to go wherever her mind takes her. Determined to fight for her real freedom, she finds 4 women, Rocket, Blondie, Amber, and Sweet Pea, to join together to escape the terrible fate that awaits them. With a virtual arsenal at their disposal, the allies between everything from samurais to serpents, while trying to decide what price they will pay for survival. It was bizarre.
Oh, that
cool idea.
movie.
Yeah. And
oh, that looked like trash.
And the
even
thing
in
is-
2011.
and the thing is, I only vaguely remember like parts of a trailer I saw. So I thought this fantasy thing, I thought that was the world. I didn't realize this was her imagination. So I went into
What?
it like, what's going on? And
That's in her head.
yeah, and so it turns out
Yeah.
she's like at a mental institution or something, but it's not really a mental institution. It's like a brothel or something, kind of low key, and she's like a slave or I don't know. It's strange. It's all over the place. I will say, as always, though, with Zack Snyder, the cinematography and stuff, it did have some pretty cool moments. But I feel like that's
Wait,
really
Zack
all the
Snyder
movie had
directed
going
that?
for it. Yeah,
Isn't he behind Batman vs Superman?
We don't need to talk about that.
but he's
buddy.
also behind 300, and that's the important thing.
It's not like he has. I mean, his spot record's pretty spotty under, but
I feel like when he hits, and when he doesn't, he doesn't.
yeah, I remember so many people were excited for Sucker Punch, and then it came out, and they were just like, "Wow, this is."
Isn't Sucker Punch a
Yeesh.
game?
No, it was a. I think it was a novel before.
A manga?
Yeah, there was manga.
It was a manga.
I think so. I want to say it was like a maybe.
I don't know. It looked bad then, and it looks bad now. I
I thought-
I can't watch a bad movie. I can't. Like
I thought it was cool.
I
thought,
can't watch a bad movie.
I mean, I didn't think the movie was cool, but I thought the actual concept behind the movie was tight. And then I remember seeing the trailer, and I was like, man, this trailer looks kind of sick. And then I don't think I ever went to go. No, I ended up watching it like later, like when it was like on some network, and I was just like, wow, this is. I remember this having a lot of hype, and man,
Wait
this
a
is
second.
really bad.
This
Damn,
is-
Zach, I thought you had something good on your hands.
Okay, well,
Well,
here is. Well, I was interested, so I was like, all right, well, let me see his filmography. Okay, so his directorial debut appears to be Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
I don't like zombie movies, so no.
Oh, never mind. Apparently, it's his first film based on an original concept. Whatever that means.
Oh, the Sucker Punch was.
I guess so.
I thought it was a game.
And then 2007 was 300, which I think is sick.
Dope movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
2009 was Watchmen, famously the It Needs More Blue Penis movie.
Never seen Watchmen ever.
Underrated movie, in my
Never.
opinion.
It's
I think it's
black and
pretty
white.
good.
I don't want to see that.
There's red though.
But color plays. Never mind. We don't.
You're not big brain.
That's my Zoomer mentality. I remember when that came out. I was like, that's black and white.
What is
color
this?
plays an important part in the film. Trust.
Don't we all remember
Like-
Wizard of
like that one
Oz
Lighthouse movie.
when color became a thing? Why stay like that? We don't need
yeah,
black
just stay
and
like
white.
that.
Ridiculous.
You know, when I was a kid, I actually believed like we didn't have color until like someone invented it, like in the 1960s or something. And I was like, I remember asking my dad. I was like, do your parents like what was it like not living with any color? And he's like, what?
He's like, I've
He was
raised.
probably like, oh my god, my son's an idiot.
Yeah, he's like, I'm genetically like related to this.
okay.
then when he- I bet in your mind, Blue, when like color was invented, like someone did it somewhere, and like from that it just expanded.
Yeah, just like-
somewhere,
Actually-
like it exploded.
Have you guys seen the movie?
Like somewhere in the world, someone's like, "What the fuck?" Like, what is like,
he
it's,
looks at his hit. What?
like the news bulletin? Yes, it is color. Yes,
Oh my
color
God.
is a thing. Big news.
This just in. Color has been invented.
it's like the movie Pleasantville with the dude that played the dude that played Tobey Maguire. Yeah. Have you not seen that movie? I think that's
I have
what it's
not
called.
seen Pleasantville. Yeah, I see it, Pleasantville. Yeah,
it's kind of something like that where it's black and white, and then I imagine it's kind of like color, just like, and it was like, whoa. I feel like it would blow people's minds.
The 1910s, they had like SEPA, and then like from that going to like what's that one called, that the filter where it's like not black and white but it's like a brown, kind
sepia.
Of like sepia, is that how you say it?
I think so, yeah.
1910s, they had that, and then before that there was nothing.
In fact, or their vision too like crackled a little bit with like little like white spot, like, and then like the old film sound. That's how they saw. It's like a little crack. Like,
so Watchmen, what else is he known for?
Well, these are just all his movies he's directed. Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Oh, dude, I'm not kidding you. That has one of the best trailers for a movie all time, just because it has 30 Seconds to Mars in it.
That's all it takes.
Like, oh, dude, I was a 30 Seconds to Mars fan when I was a kid.
Oh, it's so sick. I love 30 Seconds. I stand Jared. Did you guys see Jared Leto was like, well, I just came back from a 2-month retreat in the desert with no phone. And then he's like, wow, this virus is crazy. Like, it's like, wow, Jared Leto, of course, you go on like a 2-month hiatus in like the desert and come back. And it's just like, whoa, the world's
like the most celebrity response I've ever heard. I mean,
wasn't he
as bad as the Imagine stuff? But.
So Jared Leto, man.
Wasn't he seen on the beach recently or something, and he's like starting his own cult or something like that, or like it's not a cult?
I like saw a headline. I didn't read the article, but I saw a headline that he has like his own cult or something.
Yeah,
like
see,
would you join his cult, Rob?
Yes, I stand Jared Leto.
See, we're degenerates. We're like, I saw this headline, I didn't bother to read it, and I'm just gonna regurgitate the title. We're the problem. Like, Jared Leto has a cult? Yeah, dude, I think so. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's
at least I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, I'm being honest too.
I did read the article, and so, you know what? I just read the headline.
It was enough for me to go, huh? But not enough for me to go like, I want to know more.
I need to investigate this.
Let me go another click, especially with all the news sites now. It's like, let me go a click, and then it's like, you must subscribe, you must do this, please support it, and it's
click.
Like. I don't want to do that.
You would do the shift tab thing where like you make a new tab or something like that.
Well, of course. I don't want to leave my spot on Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
How many tabs do you have open right now?
Actually, only like 3, because tragically my Chrome crashed and it didn't reset my tabs. So
you're the type of dude who just has like a ton of tabs open.
Oh,
dude,
absolutely.
It's disgusting.
So you're chaotic.
Disgusting.
I use those as my reminders. Like those to me, like each tab, it'll be like a video game that I need to do a video on, but I forgot. So it's like the Steam page pulled up. And over here is like some movie I Googled because I want to watch that and I need to remember that. And then over here, it's just all tabs to remind me of something.
I don't even want to think about your phone. Because I know the tabs on that are even worse.
Oh my god, dude, it's chaotic. And then 2011 was Sucker Punch. 2013 was Man of Steel. 2014.
Did you guys like? Do you guys like him as Superman or like that?
Henry Cavill?
Movies? No, but I'm just saying like DC movies in general.
Oh.
Like I just like. Yeah.
I mean, majority of them
they've been better lately.
Yeah,
they've been a lot better lately. But I mean, they started off like Marvel was like this. They made such a weird point to be like the inverse of Marvel, because Marvel was like action but serious but with a little comedy. But whereas DC was like,
we're super
this
serious.
Is the world that we live in.
It's super bleak.
And Man of Steel has to kick some ass, and then like Michael Bay explosions and shit. It's the worst. But
the crazy thing is,
a lot better.
DC managed to become the uncool comic book people, where before,
which is like, how do you mess that up?
Yeah, before it was like Marvel. What do you have? Like Ant-Man,
Captain America.
Yeah,
Ew. Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man used to.
Armor, okay.
No one used to like Iron Man, and now he's like
the only one I liked was the Hulk. The only one I liked was Hulk in Marvel. Everybody else was DC.
I mean, think about what you got over DC. You got bangers, bro. And how do you mess that up?
Yeah,
they found a way.
Marvel was considered like the silly-ish comic for a lot of people, like for like hardcore readers. But then DC was like super dark and like grim and like really adult themes. And then they just
all the iconic superheroes.
I didn't watch.
They managed to turn the positive into a meme.
I didn't watch I didn't read the comics, but I watched just the cartoons, and the DC cartoons were always better than the Marvel ones.
Oh, no doubt, yeah, for sure. I think DC. Yeah, I think DC's always had it locked down on the animation department for sure.
The
but
Martian Manhunter is one of the dopest superheroes ever.
100%.
I love the Martian Manhunter. He's so
Teen Titans.
Oh,
One of the
Teen
best-
Titans.
One of the best animated series of all time.
So
This
not
is
the
not
reboot,
arguable.
right?
No,
Not the reboot.
We're
We don't
talking,
talk
okay,
about
we're
that.
talking like the OG.
The
one.
original.
I
I
heard
don't
the
think-
reboot's not bad. I heard it's very like.
if it, I mean, it's funny. Like, it's not like it's bad. It's just like it's not the original animated
Yeah.
Teen Titans series, which is
Cartoons just
super
look
special.
weird.
I have seen
They're not really
clips
designed for
though
us.
where they're like where this new Teen Titans though they're very self-aware though, and that's funny. Or like
Like they break the fourth wall.
yeah, that or like they've
cartoon?
straight up like brought Teen Titans, like the characters and their designs like back
Yeah.
from the previous one. They're like, wait, what the heck? And so I can appreciate that. Like they kind of like poke fun at themselves.
Yeah, it's not a bad show. It's just, but they're also aware that people don't like them. The show, like the actual Teen Titan characters, like in the new one, are aware that people don't like them because of the previous show. So
yeah, no one wants to watch us. It's like, yeah, you're right. But personally, I loved Man of Steel. I think that was a dope movie.
I thought it was a good
I
movie.
think I've seen it one time, and I wasn't that impressed.
I loved it. I loved the take he did on it. And that's when I was like, okay, DC's on the rise, and then they managed to pretty much just ruin everything else.
Yeah, that was like probably one of the least dark movies of the DC universe.
Yeah.
If
What
we
was
could even-
after Man of Steel in the DC universe?
I think they went right into Batman vs Superman, didn't they?
It was
I
something
think-
stupid.
There was
And then they
there was
went
a big
straight
gap
into
between
Justice
Man of
League.
Steel.
Marvel takes like 8 years before their first Infinity War. DC's like, we make like one movie. Let's just throw them in Justice League. Let's just do that.
Yeah, they jumped in way too fast. Like it was, and there was like no. I didn't have any connections to any of these characters when Justice.
Did you guys
League
ever
came
see
out.
the
None of
Green
them.
Lantern with Ryan Reynolds?
Oh my god.
Oh my!
I've never
dude,
seen it.
that
I've
shit was
never
tight.
seen it.
that was fuego, dude. The only reason to watch that is Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and that's about it.
What
You
is the best
remember-
DC movie? Wonder Woman?
I assume probably critically it would probably be Wonder Woman, yeah.
I heard Shazam was really good. I haven't seen Shazam though.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard
Shazam wasn't
That
bad.
was really good.
I totally
I heard
forgot
Shazam
about
was
that.
a lot of fun.
It's actually really sad because Shazam was really good, but like people from DC forgot about it, despite being one of the best DC films, because it was a fairly like silly film.
Well, I mean,
It's kind of sad, man.
it was nice though, a nice turn that it was like lighter.
Yeah,
I think they can strike a balance between Shazam and then like Man of Steel, because I think Man of Steel was still pretty like gritty. So that's when it's like someone's like, yeah, comparatively, Man of Steel was rather light, which is true because somehow they went even darker and grittier, like unnecessarily.
they went like meme Batman dark.
Yeah, like
Like the parodies you see. Exactly.
I'm Batman. It's just like
I kill people. Oh god.
I feel like these movies, like they
Wait.
can be done well, like the gritty kind of things, but they just like they don't nail the writing, so you don't take any of it seriously.
Yeah, if you when you
or,
when you
like-
go dark,
or
the writing has to be perfect.
yeah, or like the atmosphere in it, you don't feel it like ever.
when
Like,
your
I don't-
whole movie is super serious and then the one defining moment is Martha, what'd you say? Like that. Really, bro?
Hey,
wait a
that-
second. Wait
that's
a
my
second.
mom's name.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
bro, come here, dog. Get up. Hey, come
nice
here, bro.
little-
Let me pull you up.
Nice little clap, like a class. Like, yeah, bro. Like, oh, come on, get on
dude,
up,
but
bro.
you want to know what my biggest problem with Batman vs Superman is? My biggest problem with that movie, and this is my biggest problem with any movie, with movies in general today. I don't know what it is with studios and making a trailer that just has something
Oh.
really big,
I feel like we
in,
talked
like,
about this. Yeah.
like that just like breaks every, like, why would you show that in the trailer? Like, why? I hate that.
Yeah. Well,
Because then I hate when I'm in the movie and then like
oh,
there's,
Batman
like,
vs
some-
Superman did that. Was like
Yeah.
the worst offender.
yeah, well, and then like I hate when I'm at the movie and something in the movie happens and it's like a funny moment and I've seen it in the trailer and people in the theater still laugh. It's like,
Like,
you
we've seen
saw
this
that.
20
Like,
times.
you've seen that. Like, why are we laughing at that? We have seen that before. I hate when that happens.
no.
But yeah,
you know, Rob
like,
is really mad when he gets close to his camera. Like,
Yeah,
really
that's what
close
he-
to his camera.
When he's like,
I
he's got to be like,
fucking-
listen. No, I understand. A Batman vs Superman series, like they should have stopped after the first trailer. It was great. It set the scene. Batman vs Superman, and then you're like, okay. And then,
hey, by the way, Doomsday. What?
Yeah.
Wait. Whoa,
Official
whoa.
trailer
Wonder
number 2.
Woman 2.
Doomsday. Wonder Woman. By the way, we're just gonna go ahead and spoil it. It's not even really Batman vs Superman because you see them working together. It's like what?
What's the point?
Like, bruh. And that's when I pretty much literally like that moment was when I pretty much said like I'm not watching trailers anymore.
Yeah, and it didn't help when I saw that movie. I was literally in the second row, and like kind of like that watching the movie, you know, like one of those. That sucks.
That's the worst. I would if those are the only seats available, I wouldn't go to a movie, even if it was like the option.
Have you not? So have you never sat in the front?
Oh, I've had to, and that's why I know how terrible it is. And it's usually like with my family, because if it was just me and I walked in and those are the only seats, I'd walk out. I wouldn't even care. I don't care if I get my money back. I'm not doing that. Like, that's not how I'm going to experience that movie for the first time. Is neck cramped, like.
Can you remember what movie it was that you saw like that? Because it has to be a popular movie. Because like, if you're sitting in the front.
I also think it was like Christmas Day, because we always go to like movies or something, and we didn't get tickets ahead of time or something, and so we showed up, and I do think one of them was like a Fast and Furious. It was
banger.
It was something
Tokyo
like that.
Drift?
But all I saw was the bottom half of the movie, so I don't know. Like literally, it was
Dude, I'm telling you, one of my like favorite parts of the movie, my favorite and like least favorite part, depending on the thing. When you walk into the theater, and like say this is the wall, and you make that turn to like see like where
Yeah.
like when you make that turn and you see like a lot of people, you're like, fuck.
yeah,
Like-
no, not like this.
But nowadays, I go to theaters with reserved seating.
Nowadays, I don't go to the theaters because I can't.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't want to die.
What's the last movie you guys saw in theaters? Like now that I'm like thinking about it,
It was actually a DC movie.
what?
Yeah, it was Harley Quinn.
Oh, you
Birds of
saw that?
Prey.
What'd you think? I still haven't even seen it.
What? Really? It was a really
I
good
haven't
movie.
seen it.
It was.
I've
good?
heard mixed things. I've heard it's good and I've heard it's terrible. I've heard
If you're
both.
like, if you're like one of the people who unironically like are really into the DC universe as it is, then you probably wouldn't have liked it because it was one of those. It's a very like girl power,
Was it
lighthearted. I mean, they had gritty moments, but it was like a very. It was like in the same. It's like kind of like a dumb action flick, but that's what made it so fun. Like it was kind of it was really cheesy and.
But it didn't feel like a DC movie. Like it didn't feel like it fit in that universe, kinda. Or
I mean, the general art direction definitely felt like a DC movie, but it's a Harley Quinn movie, so of course it's going to be super colorful and out there. I thought it was a dope movie. I definitely though I know the mixed reaction.
Yeah, box office wouldn't agree.
It did. I mean, it did as good as anything else does in the box office.
Well, the problem
Compared
was
to other DC movies, it certainly did better than Batman vs Superman.
well, they had it estimated to do better, but like I think one of the first problems, and they realized it and they changed it at some point, was like Birds of Prey. Everyone's like, the fudge is that? And so eventually they literally
Yeah,
just
those
changed
are-
it to
they
like
should've-
Harley
yeah.
Quinn something. Like that should have been it from the start, because people are like, Birds of Prey, what? I don't even know. You just gotta. It's like doing a clickbait title. You gotta just realize, hey, all right, this might be like artistically what I want, but no one's gonna understand Harley Quinn. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the marketing for the movie was super weird. I think that's part of the reason why it didn't help the movie because I didn't see any marketing of it like on TV. It was all like internet marketing, which is not bad, but like I was very surprised at how little marketing I saw for it. But I thought it was a really really good movie. I thought it was definitely one of the I wanted to say better, but because it was a good movie, it immediately makes it one of the best DC movies.
the last movie I saw in theaters was the My Hero movie. That was the
Hero,
last.
I need a.
Yeah, that's the
Hero
last one
too.
I saw.
That's a good
Last
one to
one I
end it
saw.
on.
Yeah, pretty. What about you? What's your last movie?
It was literally like right before the cutoff, essentially. Onward.
Oh, yeah. See, I saw
saw
that on
that in
Disney
theaters.
Plus, like when it came out. Like
We saw that. I liked it, and then Pretty
Oh
much
my
like the
God.
next day is when
So
I
sad.
woke up and was looking at everything. That's when I decided to self quarantine. And I was
If
like, yeah,
you guys had to guess what the most like the highest domestic box office movie for 2020, what would you say it was?
Like right now.
Out of the
something.
movies that came out this year, what
Wait,
is
let me.
the
Then I need to
highest?
look at a list. Oh, I think I know. Sonic.
Nope.
Oh yeah, Sonic.
Really not Sonic.
There's
Whoa.
There's one ahead of Sonic. Well, two technically.
Technically, what does that mean?
Yes.
Two.
It can't be that much inflation.
Well, because one came out on the 25th of December.
Oh wait, they count that?
Oh,
Yeah, they
Well, I mean,
count
yeah,
it.
I guess
I guess so.
anything after the Oscars, I think they kind of just counted for the most part.
Really, not Sonic the Hedgehog, huh?
Nope. Sonic is third. Sonic came in third. I never
This is-
saw
is
Sonic.
this- is
I
it-
wanted
is
to
this-
see it.
Is
I
this
never saw it.
international or domestic?
This is domestic. This is domestic.
Okay, domestic. Damn,
I
so have
don't
to think
remember
about
what
domestically.
released on Christmas.
You saw it. saw it.
Rise of Skywalker.
Nope.
What?
That's fifth.
That's
What's
definitely
That's fifth.
I don't know.
That grossed 515 million, but like gross.
Yeah.
it
Also,
was
that movie
124.
sucked, so people didn't want to go see it. So
Like,
what the
yeah,
fudge? Okay, yeah, I don't know.
that movie's trash. Tragic.
Oh, you know, I think I know
It's up to you, Blue.
one of them,
What?
and it was one that I was kind of wanted to go see just because it was his first role since another iconic role that changed pop culture forever. It was that but I didn't go see it because I heard it was awful. It was that Doolittle movie with Robert Downey Jr.
No, that's
I think
seven.
that flopped. Yeah,
That's seven.
Oh, that's better than I
That's
thought it
seven.
would have done.
That grossed 77 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a-
the
yeah,
Rotten
that's a-
Tomatoes on that is like 13% or something.
I thought that popped off purely because it was Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
No,
okay, yeah,
apparently
I have
he
no
couldn't
clue.
even
Birds
say
of Prey.
that.
Birds of Prey is sixth at 84 million.
Not bad.
Yeah, Dr. Doolittle, Rotten Tomatoes, 15%. Yeah.
That's bad, man. I can't do bad movies, man. Like I won't watch a bad movie. Like
It didn't Onward came out, right?
Yeah.
How was
Well,
that?
Onward came out March
But-
6th.
yeah,
like,
and
it
that
was
was
only in theaters
kinda-
for like a week.
Yeah, it didn't really have a chance.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
61 million. Onward's at 11. Onward would easily be number one at this point if like theaters were still a thing.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Give me a vague hint.
All right. Shit just got real.
I don't know.
That's a great hint for anybody who stands this franchise like I stand it. I could say who's in it.
Oh
but that
my
would
god,
totally
is
give
it
away.
is it Fast and Furious?
No, what? That didn't
hasn't
come
been
out
on the
this year.
When did that
Really?
last come out?
Hold
I'm
on,
on
give
the
me another.
phone. Shit just got real.
I don't know.
Come on.
Give me an actor.
Bad Boys.
There you go.
Wait, that's
bro.
the number
Bad-
one grossing?
Bad Boys for Life. Yup.
I thought that movie came out last
my
year.
God.
Nope, January 17th. It
Damn,
grossed $204 million.
really? I was like, why are you?
Wait,
Well,
and that's number
I was
one?
like, I know this reference, but I thought that came out. I thought that movie came out way. I did not think that movie
Yeah,
came out
that's
this year.
like the first bat or the second bat.
I thought you just said Star Wars grossed like 500.
Well, that's like total gross, but I guess like what like because total, I think that's
in
international.
2020.
I think that's like international or something.
No,
like
there's
that.
no way Rise of Skywalker only made 500 million worldwide.
550
Even if it was
is
a
what it says
bad
total gross.
movie. Really?
It did not do good
This-
for a Star Wars
Sonic's
film.
got to be higher than what?
Sonic got 146 million.
Really?
Hold on.
Bad
wanna
Boys
actually-
2, 204 million.
I want to look up worldwide numbers. Okay.
I would not have gotten that. Well, I
wow,
didn't. I
damn.
didn't get that.
Yeah, so worldwide, Bad Boys is number one, 419 million. Sonic is actually 2 worldwide, 306. Damn, Bad Boys popped off.
Yeah. well,
I didn't even know. it was
1917 was domestic, so
out. Doolittle was number 3 with 223. So
I bet
Robert
they just throw Robert Downey Jr. in there. and people
We'll
go,
try and save this.
might not have amazing in the States, but apparently he popped off internationally. Birds of Prey was 201 million. I think that's where I remember Birds of Prey not like doing that bad because and the U.S. wasn't amazing, but internationally it did pretty good. Whoa, what? I thought this movie would have bombed because of Corona. I mean Ligma. The Invisible
Harambe.
Man did
Oh,
125
dude,
million
I
worldwide.
watched that. I watched that on Amazon. That movie was badass.
I watched that.
Movie's dope.
Well, I wonder because I watched that online as well. I wonder if that counts digital at all yet. I don't know
I'm sure it.
because it has to because it was
I hope
it was
so.
out like as long as Onward was. I think.
It was. It was only out for like
Yeah, because I was gonna try and
I
go
heard
see
great things.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, this damn.
It came out February 28th, a week before.
I mean, clearly people showed up because it internationally it did better than Onward. Onward's number 8. Invisible Man's 5. Man,
Wow.
Dang.
that's pretty. I was pretty good. I was actually worried about that film because it looked super tight. I still haven't seen it yet, by the way.
It is
But
pretty good.
It's sick.
It looked super tight, and I just remember it releasing like in the worst time possible. And I was like, damn, I'm kind of. She's an act. What's her name? She's a dope actress.
Elizabeth Olsen or something. What is it?
She's from Mad Men and
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
Handmaid's
that one.
Tale, that's what I wanted the film to be good because I remember her from Handmaid's Tale, and I love.
She's
that
also in Get Him to the
series.
Greek, and I love that movie.
But she's not in this ad read.
Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, there you go.
No, you just. She's not in this ad
Is that-
read.
oh,
I
oh,
know.
yeah, she's not
I
in this
thought
ad
you
read.
guys- you just cut it.
Oh.
Harry's knows it's sometimes better to stay inside. That's why they ship it directly to you, so you can experience the quality of a Harry shave in a few days from the convenience of your own home. My favorite part easily has to be the scent of the shave gel. It smells so good, and the low prices, you just can't beat it. Join the 10 million who have tried Harry's and claim your special trial offer by going to harrys.com/gg. harrys.com/gg. Harry's is a return to the essential. Quality. Durable blades at a fair price. Just $2 a blade. They've completely cut out the middleman, manufacturing blades in their German blade factory that's been honing precision blades for a century. And you can feel good about your purchase. 100% quality guarantee. If you don't love your shave for whatever reason, let them know and they'll give you a 100% refund. Listeners to our show can redeem their Harry's trial set at harrys.com/gg. You'll get a weighted ergonomic handle with a firm grip, 5-blade razor with lubricant and strip and a trimmer blade, rich lathering shave gel with aloe to keep your skin hydrated, and a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy to grab on the go. Go to harrys.com/gg to start shaving better today.
Welcome back to GG Over Easy, episode 34, talking about movies. Watch this segue.
We're gonna miss them.
Cheating in video games. That's the
This
segue.
next topic.
There wasn't
next
one.
topic-
Video games.
I actually want to lead with something that happened in Destiny. I know Destiny Omega Lol, but
Hey, dude, we love Destiny. Don't you say something bad about Destiny because I stand Destiny, and if it's not good news about Destiny, I don't want to hear it.
We
that's the most
could,
cohesive sentence I think I've ever heard you say, and it was all meme. Pepe hands.
we could talk about. Oh, I'm sure Blue Suit, and I doubt Rob has the potential leaks for the fall expansion.
I feel like those are really out there.
Well, I'm saying out there
Especially
because
it's a 4chan leak.
that and it
Oh,
sets
wait,
expectation.
Destiny got a
It
4chan
actually
leak?
gives me hope, which is why I can't believe it. So.
I think it was. I think those are. I guess we can, but it really feels like a fan service leak. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can.
It sounds like a lot of stuff we've wanted, which is why I'm like, nope, that can't be.
Wait, this
think
came from 4chan?
Yeah,
Dude, it may be real then.
It's got to be real. They helped find
Was it in the /B
The Boston
directory? 'Cause that's
Marathon,
wonk-ass.
dude.
I don't know. I don't know. It seemed a little out there for people who aren't aware of the leak. It was like it was a very fan service leak. Like they were
TLDR.
like, oh,
Like
Pyramid
Destiny
showing up.
games? Like
You're like,
Guardian
ooh.
Games?
oh, I hate you.
I fucking want royalties for.
Rob, we did not invent the Olympics. We can't get royalties for.
Hey, you'd be surprised
hey,
what
we invented that.
You'd be surprised with the trademarks and stuff and intellectual property. We can shimmy our way
Figure
through
it
this.
out. I'm coming for your ass, Bungie.
So
I'm about to
TLDR,
own Destiny.
So Teal'c is like, oh, we get like darkness abilities. We basically get like actual like characters in our story where they're like, oh, people team up to defeat the darkness, guardians from our past, like Anna Bray and other people from that actually group up finally, and a bunch of other stuff. Like, and they were like, oh yeah, we get like 3 new strikes, and I immediately knew the leak was fake because that's never gonna happen.
That's what I knew when they said more.
No,
Wait,
the darkness
what is
subclass
this
sounds
expansion
cool.
called?
But I don't know if they had a name.
It was called Collapse, quote unquote, which is
You
that's a
don't
little-
believe it.
But
I
the
personally
pyramid
don't
ships are
believe it.
showing up apparently. Yeah, finally after 3 years or whatever.
God, has
It's so
Destiny 2
funny
been out that
because-
long?
Yeah.
Destiny 2. Yeah, actually, I was talking about this on my stream the other day. Destiny 2 has been out almost as long as Destiny 1 was out. This is because we're on
It
our
has
third year.
not
We're in
aged as
Shadowkeep.
well.
Shadowkeep would have been, Shadowkeep was the equivalent of Rise of Iron, like
Rise of Iron, yeah.
timeline wise.
Well, at least now we had D2 news. Now, instead, we're at like the saddest state with nothing on the horizon. We don't know. We know there's a fall expansion, but we have no idea.
Well, they said
Fall-
next season's supposed to be.
I thought you said
like
Fallout
their biggest
expansion.
season, but I guess we'll find out because they really talk about how excited they were for this upcoming season, next one, and how like special is going to be. But I'm expecting like a Age of Triumph type ish thing
Oh
where
my god.
like all the old raids get like,
I've learned though,
Mhm.
because
but I don't know.
it'll be like an Age of Triumph thing. They're like, here, do all this stuff to get this gear that will be completely irrelevant again, even though we're
Yeah.
never going to learn as soon as this next thing comes out. We want you to spend hundreds of hours doing things you've already gotten to get this special cool looking armor, which is completely irrelevant. As soon as the next... We've learned. Now there's
Hey,
glowy
calm down,
cosmetics,
hold on.
which still don't...
Fan yourself. You're getting hot. You're heating up, buddy. You're heating up.
Sorry. Just a Destiny
So-
stand.
So segueing from Destiny into cheating in video games.
Yeah, you're gonna open up with something.
I actually wanted to talk about this. I actually didn't even think about this until like Fruit was like, so cheating in video games, and I was like, oh, Destiny.
Yeah, see that segue, dude? I knew it'd work.
Someone recently did an interview with a Destiny 2 hacker, because you guys know that there's like huge amounts of people hacking in D2 right now. And
So they interviewed a 6-year-old.
No.
They certainly interviewed someone resembling a 6-year-old. They interviewed
The mentality
So
must be.
So this dude played a trials match, and the guy he was playing against clearly was hacking. He had like wall hacks and aimbot. And he interviews the dude, and it's so interesting why he chose to hack. He chose to hack because his account got banned for communication. So he was super
What?
toxic apparently in the actual like text comms, I'm assuming.
Oh, even I'm toxic in that. I've never been banned.
I mean, there's toxic,
And Bungie don't ban people. That's crazy.
but I mean, there's Rob toxic, and then there's like probably like racist and shit
Yeah, that's true.
toxic, right? So
Very
obviously you're gonna get banned for that. The dude basically said, I'm hacking because my D1 beta character got banned from D2, and now I just want to hack the game and ruin other people's fun because not because I get enjoyment from ruining other people's fun, but because I want the game to fail. But then he's like, but I also really love
That's
Destiny.
why.
He's like, but I also love Destiny a lot, but like also I want the game to fail because Bungie failed.
That's so petty.
It's so petty, but when you think about it, how many people probably really want Destiny to fail to like kick Bungie into high gear for some reason or another?
I mean, if that's what it takes, dude.
I don't. I mean, I don't want the game to fail. I
Well,
don't know.
I just
don't
want
it
them-
to fail. I just want it to.
Well, we don't know what they're
I wouldn't say
doing, but I think where they're coming from is they want it to get to a point where it's do or die. And so
Yeah.
Bungie realizes like, oh, okay, yeah, this isn't work. Like we've got to actually, like Blue said, like kick it into gear. We need to do something, essentially, in their eyes, fix the game, whatever that would be for that person. But like that, they want them to hit rock bottom, so it's like this is it, and then they nail it. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not
the,
like
so the
actually
interview
just
continues
disappear.
Yeah. So the interview goes on about how easy it is to get these hacks. Like the dude was like, yeah, I pay like 20 a month and I get wall hacks and yada yada yada. And
$20 a month, dude?
and he's
Come
like,
on.
and then he talks about how there's like very high end ones that are like 100 a month.
What?
And those are the ones that give you like rapid fire, like you see the Borderlands clips.
Oh, yeah.
When the match started, you see a bunch of rockets fly at you. He said those are more expensive, and he says a lot of people do them for recovs. And he also, this was probably the most interesting response. He said someone at Bungie actually has caused a lot of this because someone at Bungie basically told someone who was a cheater, who ended up cheating for one reason or another, that they had messed up and told them like a bunch of like sensitive info about how to get like what they look for when you're cheating. So now a lot of cheaters know like, oh, okay, I need to
This is what they're
avoid
looking
this.
for.
Yeah, I need to avoid this if I don't want to get banned. But if I'm going to cheat, I need to be mindful of these things. So now cheaters are becoming like even more robust in Destiny because
They're learning.
apparently they directly know from someone on the Bungie team what Bungie looks for in cheaters.
Why would-
so it's
What do you mean? What do you look? You look for if they're wall hacking or like, I don't understand. Like what? I don't.
I think another thing he talked about is how they do have an anti-cheat, but it's very archaic. But that they mostly actually look at people's stats to determine if they're going to ban them or not. So it's like kind of like a slap on the wrist. Like, are these stats sus?
I knew
Yeah, I guess they are.
immediately when they switched from BattleNet to Steam. I knew immediately whenever they were going to launch trials or whenever that was going to happen, that cheating and all this shit was going to be the biggest problem. And guess what? It is. And then people are like surprised that it is. Like if you didn't know that this was going to happen, you're lying to yourself.
It's bad though. It's worse than I thought it'd be.
Really?
It's like rampant.
Really?
I
Oh
knew it was gonna be this
yeah,
bad.
the cheating in trials is so bad. You see so many clips like every single weekend with trials, like the 5 people that play trials on a weekend now, and
I was gonna say you don't see me
It's-
playing it.
it's really depressing. I didn't come across many hackers when I was doing trials, but it's kind of crazy how bad the morale of the game is right now because I think it's less about who you come across that's actually hacking and more about the game is in such a bad state that you don't know who's hacking or not. So now everyone is super paranoid because it's to the point where, man, is this person a hacker? Like, I just don't know. Like they honestly could be. So every single person is at a point where hacking is just so common that people genuinely just don't really know who's hacking and who's not. And it kind of sucks because especially in trials, which is supposed to be super competitive, it's like
your end game for PvP. What your whole season this like thing is about. Like
your end game PvP is just a huge question mark for good players who like, man, did I lose because I mean, obviously, like someone fires a bunch of rocket launchers at you. Obviously, they're cheating.
That was a good.
But sometimes it's like, man, this dude knows where I am all the time. Like, is he cheating or is he cheating or is he just a god? And it's like match after match after match. You just don't know. So it's just the morale is not.
But this is only like a PC problem, right? Like, there's not this on console, right? This is a strictly PC problem.
On console, apparently, DDoSing is still a big issue.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
not anywhere until they had like their own servers.
I can't even tell what's DDoSing and what's just Bungie errors. You just so often get kicked anyway. It's hard to know. Did I just get DDoSed or is it Beaver?
I think you know when DDoS is happening.
With trials,
I've been DDoSed
tell.
one time, and it was scary. My whole internet went away, and I was just like,
I'm sorry.
No, when like internet goes away, dude, I like literally.
It's scary.
Like,
you feel like
my whole
like,
world goes in black
world.
and white because I'm in now. In
You've
the
lost.
He goes into
lost
watch
color again.
before the color was invented. Like I feel like I'm back there, man. I hate it. It's like literally like the saddest thing ever. Or if I had slow internet, if I'm like at my grandparents' place, I'm like, "What's the Wi-Fi password?" They're like, "What?" And then I'm like, "Hold on, let me call my dad and ask." And it's like one of those like. Yeah, that was a telephone. That's the joke for all you Zoomer listeners out there. That was an old time telephone. I don't think you see any of those anymore.
No.
But you're not going to see me playing trials anytime soon. When we went flawless, I was shocked. I was shocked we didn't run into a cheater once.
Yeah,
that we know of.
that we know of. If they were
Trash.
they need to get some new ones because whatever they're paying ain't worth it. But the thing I've noticed is, I mean, I haven't tuned in recently, but even like a couple weeks ago, I would tune in occasionally to some people streaming trials, and not kidding, like every other game they were hitting cheaters. Is insane. And I was just like, bruh. And like Blue says, it's also just like the culture around it right now is because all the viewers are like, oh my God, this is trials. So then no one's going to even bother hopping in, which I don't blame them. Because it's like this person be like, this guy's hitting every shot. And you look up his stats. He has 99% headshot accuracy with the revoker.
Yeah.
With like 1,000 kills. And some people try to be like, no, he's just good. Like, no, that's not how that works. You don't hit 999 headshots out of 1,000. That's impossible. But just seeing stuff like that time after time, I'm like, God, dude, like, and that's the annoying thing too, is like, because if you didn't look those stats up, for instance, if we didn't have any way, that's not as egregious as like a full auto sniper rifle with infinite ammo or constant rockets, full auto.
Mm-hmm.
And that's,
Yeah,
or like
realistically-
the respawning, like I see those, like they die in trials and then they just respawn at the same, like over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, like
again.
those are like blatant. Those are like specifically like, hey, I'm cheating, so like eat shit. But in that interview, he was just saying like most people don't do that. Like most cheaters are low key. He had said he has known people who had been cheating since the game came out. So it's
Like, why do you play the game? I don't get it. Like, why? Like, why? I want to interview one. I just want to be like, why? Like, why?
well, he
I don't-
did interview one, and his response was
out of
I got
spite. Like, that's
it was
really
mostly out
your
of
answer.
spite. It was out of spite. He did it because he got banned.
I would rebuttal and be like, no, it's because you're trash. That's literally what I would say. Like, you're literally trash.
It was actually funny because the dude was like, yeah, I was actually like a really good player. And then the dude was like, oh, what was your KD? And the dude was like, oh, I had like a 1.2, 1.3. And then
I was cracked, dude.
I have a 1.2. Like,
I was insane, dude.
jeez, man.
That's like, because there's also recently, like one of the other big cheater ones is like Warzone. There's been a
oh yeah,
good amount of like cheaters and hackers in there. And again, like I just don't understand it. They must their prerogative must be like, I just want to make sure other people don't have fun, because I don't see what's fun about just running around holding left click and just killing everything. I mean, maybe for like one game you're like, oh, that was, but like I don't know, if you're not playing a game anymore. There's nothing to play. There's no risk. There's nothing, and all you're doing
Yeah.
is just, yeah. It must
Well,
be that I
that-
don't know.
Well, it's funny you say like you do it for one game, because in Modern Warfare 2, when I got in a 10th prestige lobby, when you get in a 10th prestige lobby, you have all these kind of like hacks. You can like see where everybody is. It was called like Vampire. You could see like where everybody was, like through like a red box. There'd be a red box. You'd be like, oh, somebody's behind that wall. And when you got a kill, you'd get your 10th prestige. You'd have everything unlocked, but then you'd be quote unquote infected with like a with like all those hacks until you turned off your Xbox. So I went into one team deathmatch game on that one crash map, or it's like the plane is like crash and it's like all those hills and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
like the
I had
desert.
quote unquote hacks for a game, but then like I went like 30-2 and I was like, this is stupid. So I literally turned off my Xbox and turned it back on, and then all the hacks were like on and
FBI.
stuff. It was
Yes,
really
this
cool.
man right here.
Yep, I did. I
10
hacked
years ago
one
or
game
something.
in Modern Warfare 2.
Wow, dude. You're
Yeah, but then I
you've
was like, this is
changed.
stupid. Yeah, I've changed, man. You know, I do it out of spite at Infinity Ward, you know, because I really want the game to fail.
I mean, here's my argument too. Cheats. I don't care if you use cheats if it's like a single player game or something, as long as it doesn't impact somebody
Well,
else.
that's like
Which
a
is why,
cheat code. Like,
yeah, which is why cheats in
in-
multiplayer, I'm against. Like I would argue
What
cheats.
about
in,
super jumping in Halo 2? Is that
No.
that a cheat?
No, super jumping at that point, especially if they didn't do anything and Bungie didn't outright be like, "Hey, this is not okay," then it's an end-game mechanic. And even if it wasn't designed like that, like that's just how it works. I mean, a lot of games have been based around, like for instance, Halo 2 was BXB. That was literally designed around a thing they didn't
A
mean
glitch.
to. Yeah, a glitch.
Mhm.
So something like that, like I would argue too in PvE, like in Destiny, if you use some exploits, it's on Bungie to fix that. PvE, I guess I would argue that maybe the person you're playing with just wants to play that content. So let's say you get matched with some dude doing that and you're like, bro, I just want to play. Then it could be an issue, but for the most part, like whatever, that's on Bungie, as long as it's not like an add-on you got or something. But like that's why like I hate third person peeking, but at the end of the day, it's in the game and those aren't cheaters. They're just degenerates, yeah. Like but then
They're
again,
just garbage.
yeah, but then again, I'm not a fan of it and stuff, but that's just like Halo 2, right? Like somebody would be like, I can't believe he BXBs. Like, ugh.
Or double shot, quad
Yeah,
shot.
or a double shot. Like it's also just like the culture around it. But I mean, I still think third person emote peeking is dumb just because it's a first person shooter and you're.
I don't understand.
Well, no, I don't think that'll ever happen. Well, if you disable emotes, then people are just going to use swords.
Yeah.
And then if they disable emotes, that's a lot of their Eververse that they don't like. Hey, you can get this emote, but you can't use it in PvP. Some people are like,
People
oh,
were saying. I think the best suggestion was to lock yourself into an emote when you use it. So when you like, you have to finish the entire animation before you can even.
That's like what Overwatch does.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Or why not have like a PvP emote? Like instead, like you just stay in your little first, or like you inspect your gun or something like something that's like different, you know, or something cooler. And then you have your PvE emotes that are like the ones that put you into third person or something like that.
no,
I mean, that's like a lot of resources for.
Well,
like,
yeah, Bungie
an
would never
emote
do
system
it,
that's
but that's,
already.
yeah,
I just think they need to lock you into your emote as soon as when you start it.
Yeah.
At least just in PvP.
but like everybody was like bagging on people who time travel in Animal Crossing. I don't care if anyone does that.
I mean, I don't care, but you're wrong.
But see, like some people be like, you shouldn't even be able to play the game and stuff. And to that point, again, it doesn't impact anyone else. Like
It doesn't impact, but you're wrong.
if that's how they want to play it, I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah, they're not playing it. I mean, they can play it however they want, but they're doing it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, but also for some people, like playing at the pace Animal Crossing would like you to normally play, though, is like,
Oh, just like so. But that's like the beauty of it.
but you got some grindas or people who just like, especially the first couple days. I mean, we talked about this, but like,
Yes.
I can't do anything because I have to wait for this store to show up in 2 days, or I have to blah 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 blah. And I think that's part of it.
Sure, going a week is all right.
But yeah,
And
like,
there's so much to do. Like at one point, like I couldn't imagine.
but cheating and hacking, I just don't see the appeal in multiplayer games. Single player games, same thing. Sometimes it's cool to just like do something you shouldn't be able to, or like, well, look at this, like using like action replay in Pokemon. Like, I shouldn't be able to find this Pokemon, but whoa, or like I shouldn't be able to get this item, but whoa.
I caught this Rayquaza on Route 22.
Yeah,
Like whoa.
just like messing around. And I think it's fun. Like I remember I had an action replay though, and I did that, and it like ruined it. I was like, okay, I have to turn this off. Like,
Me too. Like I
but
had like a shiny Dragonite and everything.
but
Like,
clearly there's like some sort of mentality that drives someone to do that and consistently. And I just can't think of any reason they would do it aside from like wanting to just grief people.
especially in Destiny. Like that's my thing. You could cheat in so many other games. Like, but
Well,
why?
Destiny makes more sense to me than like Warzone, because at least you're like for trials it's to get loot. Like you couldn't normally otherwise get this, so you can get pinnacle rewards or something. But Warzone, it's like to win a match. But that doesn't get you anything, and you didn't really win. Like I don't see where the sense of satisfaction comes from. I like, even if you get the win, you're like, yeah, okay. I just feel like it wouldn't feel the same. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with
But
you.
clearly I'm wrong, because there are a lot of people that like to do it.
I want to interview that hacker because that guy let him off too easy. When he said that, I'd be like, bullshit, dude. It's because you suck. Like, that's why. Like, because you want to get back at Bungie. If you wanted to really get back at Bungie, you wouldn't play the game anymore. Like, what do you mean?
Well, and the problem too, why it's so easy to cheat too is because when it went free to play.
Yeah.
So now you can just get another account, hop back in, do it again. So,
But I mean, you have to have your gear though, right? Like you can't just.
I mean, not really for like PvP or something.
Yeah, I mean, cheaters gonna cheat. That's how it be.
Do be how it be though. And you know what else?
Okay,
How do it be though?
Oh.
This ad.
What? Oh.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest podcast this side of the Mississippi. I don't know which side that is. Kind of hard to say. Well, but I mean, like, technically, it could be to the right of the Mississippi if you keep wrapping around, right?
That's east.
That's what I'm. But like, is there a north and a south technically in Mississippi? Because I mean, like, there's a start and an end somewhere.
Technically, yes. Yes, there is a south of the Mississippi and there is a north of the Mississippi, technically.
So we're technically on the west, but if you go far enough east, we're on that side, you know? It's like if you take enough lefts, you're going to make a right.
We're always on the west side of the Mississippi. Not at one point are we ever east of the Mississippi.
Yeah,
The Mississippi doesn't move.
Okay, no, okay. Look.
Okay, I'm listening.
The earth is not flat, right? Yeah, I'll set you up for that. It's a sphere, okay? So if you
I
just
don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't want you to believe it's not real. We're talking about the earth being flat, Blue.
if it's true. Not that the earth is flat, but that's
The
what we're
earth is
talking
flat,
about. Yeah. Okay, so if you go east, which is right,
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
from the Mississippi.
Sometimes east is right. East isn't always right.
What? Court.
Because if you're facing west, east can sometimes be left, right?
Well, I'm saying like if you're looking at neutral, like you would just like
Okay, like a moral compass, or not
a moral
the-
compass. My moral
whatever it's
compass
called.
points east. so we're just looking at the Earth, right? From space, we're looking
Yes.
at North America, right? We see the Mississippi.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
go east, which would be right. So that's gonna wrap around. You're gonna hit the ocean. Then eventually you
Yes.
would hit like Europe, Asia, and then you start wrapping back around, and then
Yeah,
you
but
get back
that
to
doesn't-
us.
that-
That's
No,
why I'm
but you're
saying
west.
if you go far enough east, you'll find us. Just like if you turn left enough times, you're gonna make a right. That's what I'm saying.
But if you go, but you could say you could go enough north and then you would hit us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a stupid way to say it, but technically, we could be east.
Humbug.
But yeah, I'm being a dad right now. I don't know. What do you want from me?
The world is flat.
That's true.
You know what else is flat?
What?
The world.
The comment section on the Overwatch video. I don't know if that really worked, but
The Overwatch.
the Overwatch video fell flat on many
What are you
people.
talking about? It fell flat.
Well, no.
I actually read the comments on that.
Well, more specifically, I'm just saying a handful of people, but a handful of people who wanted us to know that they were not happy.
I commented on it. I said I kind of hate this game now.
So
I don't know, man. I don't get why people are so upset.
for those
The
out of the
game
loop, we made an Overwatch video. Echo came out, so I was like, "Screw it!" I literally put in the DM like, "Hey, let's just try some Overwatch placements. I'll play Echo," and that was it was so innocent, and yet little did I know. So like Rob, Ab, and Shark were like, "Yeah, sure." So we go to play, and I knew it'd be pretty rough, and it went even worse than I thought it would. And I thought that was hilarious.
I did
like-
too. I thought it was a lot of. It was funny.
Like we
Because-
went in knowing we were gonna struggle, but then like just to see
But
how
good God.
bad it was. Because like I was telling Rob, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. We're on Route 66, whatever that map is. We just tried defense and got just steamrolled. And we're sitting
Yeah.
on offense, like waiting ready to get going. And I'm like, I have bronze with 1 elims. What's gold? And Rob and Ab at the same time go 2. So we just went on the whole entire thing. Literally, best kills is 2. So I'm starting to crack up. And then Ab's trying to like explain something, but he can't remember people's names. He's like, I don't know, Gravity Boner Dude or something. And Shark's freaking out. I just lost it. And I'm like, this is great. Like, maybe the games aren't going great, but this is hilarious. And then ironically, on that offensive push, we actually did well.
We actually rolled them too.
Yeah. But people were so upset because mainly because Rob was like anyone who still plays this game like eats glue, and that's just Rob being Rob.
I don't truly mean that, but like it just makes me feel like the only people who are going to enjoy this game is a 6-year-old eating glue. Like that just I'm just not having fun. Like I don't get and like sure, you can have fun. I just don't get it. It's just not half the time I'm shooting at a shield or I'm shooting into somebody absorbing my bullets or I'm shooting into it's just not I don't know. It's just not fun. Like, and I think eating glue would be more fun than playing this. And that's how I express that.
But see, so many people were upset because Rob expressed that opinion, which I don't think I put it in the video, but I think I even remember when we were playing, like, I think I would have said something like, I envy anyone who can find enjoyment in this. Because, like, really,
Yeah.
I wish, and I'm normally a half glass full kind of guy. I can play something and usually find something, but man, I was struggling.
That it was just a fiesta. Like it's just
And
weird.
the argument, like for us, I think the reason we were so upset too is because it felt like there wasn't a lot of skill expression. Like what we were talking about, like I wish I could just have hit scan and be able to hit targets, and if my aim was better, they would die. I mean, that's what we've been playing for a while. But in this case, it's like it doesn't matter what we're doing. We're trying to shoot. I'm going to be honest. I was struggling with Echo because their entire team is so evasive, and her projectiles take like a minute to reach primary fire. My bombs, it's like I can't hit anything except for a shield, and there are plenty of those. And so it was just frustrating. And I don't know. Overwatch has always been, for the most part, like teamwork, communication, abilities. Yeah, but it just feels different, and it just
felt like a no limits game. Like I've never played Overwatch where it felt like a no limits game, and that just felt like cooldowns were unlimited. Like it was just weird. Like it just needs to slow down or something. I don't know what it needs.
And so, like, I think I'd mentioned in the comment stuff, but like obviously our opinions as players have changed, our interests have changed. But I mean, the thing is, us saying that Overwatch isn't good is not an unpopular opinion right now. In fact, I would say it's a more popular
it's a majority.
opinion. Yeah.
I think you guys got that response because the people who are left playing Overwatch are just
They stand. They
diehard
stand.
Overwatch.
And they're probably just sick of having to hear people like, this game sucks.
Like
I think
people coming back to it after not doing it and then being like, damn, this still sucks. Like
It also doesn't help that, well, I mean, our videos, all of our Overwatch videos have always been like that. It's always been just complaining and memeing and throwing and
A lot of
just
throwing.
talking about how much this game sucks. And I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like it's just like the stand mentality where it's like, oh man, like I really like this
they
game.
stand
Like,
it.
my
dude, let me
homies.
tell you.
I love this channel. Why are you taking it? This is the only game I play. And that's fine, but like at the same time, it's not like the video is anything different than we ever did with Overwatch.
And it's not like
Or other games that suck, dude. Like if a game sucks, I'm gonna say it sucks. Like I'm sorry. If you don't want to hear that, then don't watch.
literally when I make a video, the purpose is it entertaining? There's never anything more. It ain't deeper than that.
There's
Chief.
no underlining like,
Yeah.
ooh, I want to like push my agenda against
right.
Overwatch. Like
In this case, it was literally like, I want to make an entertaining video. I think it'll be entertaining if we try this and fail. And we did. I was editing it, pushed some good edits in there. I was like, this is funny. And then it just sucks to see some people just, they miss the mark. And I mean, I can understand why they're like, man, this kind of rubs me the wrong way. But for me, like that didn't even register. Like that wasn't what I was looking at all. It's like, this is funny. Rob's raging. We're struggling. I can't hit the broadside of a moisture evaporator. We're laughing. It's funny. But it just didn't hit with everybody. Some people, I mean, for the majority it did. And that's why it's tough to do this thing, is because I'm a people pleaser and I hate upsetting anyone. So when I do, it sucks. And like, it's like that vocal minority kind of thing situation here. But it was just such a bummer. I mean, it's like, because that's what I was kind of saying. It's like, so I can't upload an Overwatch video though, unless we're like, this is great.
yeah,
This is the
like,
best.
oh, this is the best. I love Overwatch. Like, wow. And I feel like if I did that, people would be like, oh, you guys are just lying so you guys could get views, and like Overwatch sucks. Like, you don't really mean that. Like, and then it's like, oh my God.
But it was just that. And then I do understand the people that were arguing like, well, for us, a lot of us found you on Overwatch. And so a lot of us still play or found it because of you and still play because of you. And then we see you're doing it again, so we get excited to see like something else, and then we click on it and so you guys just like bagging on it.
On the game.
And which like fair, but also like I'm not forcing you to watch the video. And I mean there's a reason I haven't been uploading Overwatch, is because for the most part
It would
just
just
not
be
as
us
fun.
doing that and bagging on the game.
Yeah, which is why like we don't do Destiny anymore as often. I don't do Overwatch anymore because I literally make a point to not play something just because it's popular or good on the channel if I hate it.
Yeah.
And
it's not
so
worth it.
when I made that video, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna cash in on Echo views. It was literally like,
I hate Overwatch.
it was like, I think this is just gonna be funny. Us trying and failing. That's as
literally
deep
all
as
I
it
was
went.
like, hey, do you guys want to play Overwatch?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. And I was like, is it for content? And because if it was not for content, I'd be like, no.
And I'm out. And that's all it was.
No.
And there was some comment. I just deleted it. I wasn't even gonna have it. Some dude was like cussing me out and saying like Overwatch made you, and you're ungrateful, and you need to blah 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 X and Y. And I'm like, what? I just
I need
removed
to be
it.
grateful for Overwatch.
Wait, Overwatch made you.
Yeah,
It
he
did.
tried to say like
Let's just
some like
die.
I'm an entitled prick, and I owe this game everything, and because of this, and I'm this blah. And he kept going. I was like, what? Which first off, Blue is probably going to bring that point up. Destiny made me. Overwatch
This
certainly
isn't
didn't.
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny's what started my channel. Overwatch helped get me a lot of subs and stuff for a good period, but that's not what made the channel, and it wasn't what made me.
I can't believe that video has 5 million views though. Like,
Yeah, well, some people point out like
the
your
gun game.
yeah, the 4 of your top 5 videos is Overwatch, man. Like, come on. I'm like, yeah,
That's because the algorithm is just like, yep, here you go, take that. one.
Overwatch was so hot on YouTube. It really was. Like
it was, and then
Overwatch was
And then
hotter.
it
than
wasn't.
Destiny.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that's why I stopped uploading too, because then just one day it wasn't. And the thing too is, if we look back, like for the most part, when we were having the most fun with Overwatch, it was always custom games.
There was like a six month period where Overwatch was just the hotness,
Mhm.
and then probably for about a year it was pretty good on YouTube. But then eventually it just, I think people just. It was right around when the new wave of games from the next year came around that Overwatch just tanked.
And I mean, it sucked because I enjoyed it, and it was always nice to have a staple on the channel like that. But another argument someone had, which for them made sense, but for me it didn't, is like, okay, well, you didn't have to play comp. You could just go play quick play. But for me, like I argue, with most games,
Why am I playing the game then?
yeah, for a lot of games, there needs to be something at stake for me.
Especially Overwatch, like that's
Yeah.
the entire at this point quick play isn't even.
I feel like you
I
play
think that's
quick
my
play
main
because you
problem.
enjoy playing the game.
But I think my main problem with Overwatch is that the entirety of the game is based on ranked, and people like it's so weird because you have like pros in Overwatch talking about how don't play ranked if you want to improve, you need to play quick play. I'm just like, wait, what am I
What?
listening to?
What? That-
Yeah, they were talking about people in quick play are better players than people in ranked. I
Bruh.
remember this. I remember hearing this, and it wasn't even like an unpopular opinion. How someone was like, "Yeah, if you want to like learn a character and like kind of like learn to improve, you should go to quick play, not in ranked." I was like, "Wait a minute, what? This is okay." Well, I mean,
mean-
Overwatch is an inverse world where I don't understand anything.
I would maybe argue that to learn a champ or hero, I would say go into quick play so you're not with your teammates in ranked and they're dealing with you first timing like Genji. Like, guys, what do my abilities do?
I think the general consensus, from my understanding,
being
was
the
that
jungle.
ranked is awful, and that's not a place where you actually improve or something. And I was,
But-
I don't know how popular that consensus was, but I was just I was taken aback because like you don't hear that in any other game where a pro will tell you don't go into ranked because it sucks, go into quick play.
Apex maybe.
Well, that's just because
It's a
the
BR.
and the skill-based matchmaking is bizarre. But yeah, like for me, it just like a game I enjoy, kind of like what Rob said. I'll enjoy like a casual or quick play playlist if I like the game because I'm enjoying the ranked. Because for me, like for instance, League, I stopped playing normals like almost permanently. Like if I'm getting on to play ranked because I like to
Unless it's with
see.
me.
Yeah, true. But I like to see every game like there's something on it. Like I can either see myself improving, I can see a number climb or fall, and I know why. TFT, for instance, as soon as I understand like the new set or a patch of normals, I go to ranked.
Only ranked.
Yeah, only ranked. Valorant, when that comes out, probably almost exclusively playing ranked. When I need to take a break
Unless
or maybe
it's
play with
customs.
buds, yeah, or like customs, I'll go to normals. But for the most part, like when I play a game, if I can play ranked, that's what I like to play because I like progress. And even if it's negative progress, I like having something to play for. And so like for me, like hopping on comp, I was like, oh, we'll just play placements, get placed for the fun of it, see what we get placed. We couldn't even make it through the placements.
Couldn't even get through
Yeah.
them.
But like for me, like that's what it is. And so for other people, they're like, well, I just enjoy the casual, and that's fine. But that's just what it is for me. And again, it ain't deeper than that. I'm not making a video to say, hey, you can't enjoy this, or hey, play ranked, or hey,
You only play ranked to have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't try and put any agendas in my videos. It ain't that deep. Opinions are our own. I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. If you enjoy the game, enjoy the game.
go play it.
That's it.
But tell me how the glue.
I
tastes,
just don't.
too.
Yeah, but I just don't. And that can be okay. Even if like, you know, I could understand like, I don't know, watching CNanners one day and he just makes a video and he's like, you know what, guys, prop hunt sucks. Like, I'm just over it. I'd be sad. But it doesn't mean now I hate prop hunt too. So like
I hate it too.
so I can understand though where like having so I mean it's weird to think that like I have a pull like that, but like as a content creator you watch maybe you like my content, especially Overwatch, and I can understand how it can be defeating to see that, but like it ain't that deep. And the only reason we're so upset too is because we loved Overwatch.
Dude, and I'll be
And
the
we know
first
what it can
person
be.
to say Overwatch is fun if Overwatch is fun at some point. Like I'm not gonna, if the game does turn out to be fun and Overwatch 2, I'll say it's fun. I'm not just gonna say it's shitty because it's Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean that's
No,
pretty much what
it's-
we're all waiting for anyways. Like Overwatch 2, hoping that they're gonna make some like big sweeping changes. That at least that's what I'm hoping for. Otherwise it's just gonna be more of the same.
I hope I like it.
I do too. But so, the Overwatch video, just enjoy it for what it is.
Relax.
I mean, I literally put like meme edits in there. It ain't that deep. I understand some of you are upset. I love you all. The end. That's that.
Should we move on to Patreon questions then?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see here. All right, this one is from that guy, all caps. What is your favorite animated movie and why is it Shrek?
That's a
It's
good
kind of
question.
funny.
Somebody
know, 'cause I don't think we've
touch on my spaghetti.
You and your spaghetti, man.
Dude, that's has to be my favorite thing. The Shrek cut, and you just hear somebody kicks open the door. My spaghetti. I love that shit. I'm like a boomer, but like, yeah, it's best.
My favorite animated movie. There's so many animated movies. Like, are we talking like childhood favorite movie or like?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Hercules then. Hercules.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I love Hercules. I can watch. I will find my way. I can go the distance. Oh, I love that movie. I love Hercules.
Why'd you stop?
That's my favorite Disney movie. So like I can't maybe the new Spider-Man is really close to that, I guess.
In the Spider-Verse. What about Your Name?
Yeah. See, but
that's
that is
animated.
animated.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a piece of art. So maybe, yeah, probably Your Name actually. Yeah, that's a good call.
No, so
Yeah.
you're gonna put
Yeah, for sure, that movie. Yeah.
Bro, you guys gotta stop asking these questions because I can't do these questions. I'm
What, like
so
your
bad
favorite?
at. I can't think
You just
of.
came up with mine for me. You
Well,
thought for me.
Yeah, I thought for you, but I can't think for me. I don't know, man. I can't. Straight up, like
That's
gives me
so hard,
anxiety.
man.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I can't even think of one to just throw out there either.
Spider-Verse?
I liked it. I don't know if I'd say it's my because but see that's the
top three for
Pokemon
me.
the 8.
like see here's the thing I
Or the
go
9th,
like
or what it was.
oh I like that but I feel like I probably like one more so then I have to keep thinking and then
Oh my god.
I
It's
don't
like, what do you
know,
want for
man.
dinner? Oh, I don't know. What do you want for dinner? It's like,
Okay,
oh, I
but
want
this is
this.
different. You're
no, I
asking-
don't want that.
You're asking someone to summarize their favorite animated movie.
Yeah.
Bro, we went through our childhoods. We saw so many.
It's like you're trying to make me name like my favorite kid. You know, it's like, oh, but like you know, come on now.
I would say of my adult life, it's got to be either Spider-Verse or
Spider-Verse is dope.
either Spider-Verse or Your Name. One of those two. I can't pick between them but I love them both. As if you were to ask me as a kid, the answer would probably be Spirited Away.
Let's go.
Is it weird that I didn't like Spirited Away that much? Wow.
Yeah, but you're a
No.
normie anime pleb, so
kidding.
it's understandable.
Yeah,
you think
it's not your
good.
fault. It's yeah, and I guess most recently I would say Your Name, and I'll just go there because I'll never be able to pick one. So
All right, so not Baruto.
Bardo-chan.
Let's go with Joel Johnson here. If you could have any exotic animal as a pet, what would it be and what would you name it?
I would have no exotic animals because they're exotic for a reason and they
Right.
need special love and care that I could not provide to them.
great
Okay,
stuff,
let's
Blue.
just-
But
let's
in this
just
imaginary
pretend
world, let's pretend we could
yes.
give them everything they ever want, and they'd be super happy, and it would have no long-lasting effect on their
a
ecosystem
black
or their
panther,
species.
dude. Woo.
I want damn,
Just a
this is hard now.
panther. Oh, I love panthers.
You wouldn't get a penguin,
I-
Blue? Any kind of penguin?
No, I would feel in a perfect world. Sure, I would get a penguin, but
Okay,
I just
well, we're
can't
talking
morally,
perfect
I just feel
worlds.
wrong.
We're talking perfect world. Don't worry.
Well, like let's say
Like,
he
you'll have-
loves it.
You'll have a perfect Arctic ecosystem for them, you know? And they love it, and they have a little family, and they don't know any better. And they
well, let's just say
you have a giant
have
pool
it.
that's
Like,
as big as
you
the
can
ocean.
go to him. You can go to him.
Yeah, sure.
Like
In a perfect world, I would
He's-
clearly pick a penguin.
How about in this world, you're his pet, so you go to his place.
in which case we're chilling? But
Okay.
yeah, okay, yeah. In a perfect world, I obviously I'd pick a penguin.
Okay.
penguin with antlers.
Yes.
You like glue him. Like, here you go, buddy.
A corgi for you, Mr. Fruit, as an exotic animal.
They are quite exotic, aren't they? Take a look at a corgi in wild habitat.
If you're ever in Discord with Christian, this is what it's like. Ready? Just in the background, hearing like, and then just.
It's
And I
just
was
like, please
Christian,
be
I'm
quiet.
going.
Like, please.
Yesterday, I was like, Christian, I'm sorry, you need to mute your mic. I was like, I'm gonna go crazy, and you're like, me too.
Dude. God, it's just Olive is the quietest dog until she plays, and she just never stops. The exact opposite. He'll be kind of loud, but he plays silent. I'm like, I love you right now, but Olive just. Speaking of which, he's trying to love on me. Yes, you little cutie. Exotic pet though. That's hard to say. Gorilla.
Oh my god.
Gorilla.
All right, there. A gorilla.
Gorilla. I love me some
Name
gorillas.
it Harambe.
Yeah, he'd live on. Harambe the Second. I'd keep him far away from the Cincinnati Zoo.
Okay, we'll end
Okay.
it. We'll end it
Okay.
with the Overwatch guy.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, no, it's
Not you again.
Listen, no.
What music genres, artists, or songs do you most enjoy? I know one of Fruits is jazz, but I generally don't know what artists to look out for in that genre. Looking for some good music recommendations because I enjoy lots of different kind of music. Love the content.
The content.
I've been back into my old school. I hit my flows. Like ask me 2 months ago, I was super back into my pop punk kind of phase. And then like a month ago, I was into my anime music. And like now I'm back into like MF Doom, like my old school hip hop kind of like underground hip hop phase. So I'm back into like MF Doom and like Madlib and Quasimodo and A Tribe Called Quest and that kind of shit. So listen to that.
About you, Blue?
This is an impossible question for me.
I know, but like, what have you
I-
been listening to lately? Because I know
Fruit.
you're kind of all over the place.
We'll go with jazz since I mean that's probably be mine anyways.
Okay, but when you say jazz, do you mean like jazz or do you mean like Frank Sinatra jazz?
All of them. I'll listen to like pure instrumental jazz. I'll listen to like live
You
band
just don't
jazz.
Like any like Miles Davis or like
Yeah.
John Coltrane. Like, oh really?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'd probably
Or
like
saxophone.
you could go like Miles Davis.
Consider
You
me
could go
Miles
Frank, and then
Davis.
like some of the big, like if you want some like vocalists that are really talented, and some of the more well-known ones like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. Those are always good ones.
What's a jazz called? Like, it's not called like a band, right? A jazz is like a.
There's a jazz
group or a
quartet
jazz
would
band.
be just 4 people. I think. What are they called? The whatever singers.
I go ba-da-ba.
Yeah, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. There is a great one to listen to though. It was a cover in BioShock Infinite, but God Only Knows, that barbershop quartet cover. Oh, so good. I know all the parts to it. God only knows what I'd be without you. Dum-dum.
I couldn't name you a jazz. Like maybe is Frank Sinatra considered jazz?
Yeah.
He's considered. I mean, I
Well,
guess he's considered like vocally, but
Yeah.
as far as his genre, it's like more like pop jazz.
There's jazz covers a good bit.
I just remember like
Because
always
like
parking
traditional
members'
jazz
cars next
doesn't
to
even have
GCs.
vocalists. It's
Yeah.
it's
They'd
just-
always just listen to jazz, but it had no words. That's what I never understood. Like just listening to instruments.
it can be very soothing.
Yeah, I'm just a zoomer.
Or
in
some
that sense.
some
I just
riffs,
can't listen
or
to
me
s-
a
I
good
just-
sax, man. Oof. All it
a
takes.
saxophone just sounds like someone farting sometimes.
Eh,
What
maybe that's why I
the-
like it.
Don't you disrespect it?
You won't.
Well, that'll do it for the questions here on the GG Over Easy podcast. Which means we need to wrap this up. Blue, where can people find you on the internet?
You guys can find me everywhere at Blue Outlaw.
Or in the
Yeah.
Arctic with his new penguin father.
In a perfect world,
In a
it's
perfect
happy.
world.
it's content and happy. You can find me everywhere in Overwatch.
You can find. That would got me by
I love it.
surprise. You can find me, Mr. Fruit, or second channel, more Mr. Fruit. I started a new Pokemon randomizer, and I was like, "Serious,
Oh,
it's a lot
yeah,
of fun.
watch
You should
it.
go watch it."
I like it, except you got the Chandelier Pokemon,
The Chandelier.
which is the worst Pokemon ever. You low rolled.
No. Well, I mean, my starters were kind of low rolls. But anyway, go watch that. It's the most fun I've had in a while. So please support that. Love you all. Thanks for listening to this episode. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Stay safe. Wash your hands. We love you. Bye.